great academic, athletic, and other accomplishments of this class. But today our focus is on our students who have received academic scholarships to continue their post-secondary education. So at this time, would you please rise and, if you are able, and say the Pledge of Allegiance with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You can have a seat. Our assembly today honors the academic achievement of 95 seniors whose hard work and support of family, teachers, counselors, and friends has put them in the chairs that they're in today. These seniors collectively have been offered nearly $4 million in scholarships. Absolutely, that is worthy of a round of applause. Today we'll recognize the university or military branch that these students will join this fall. Please show your respect this morning for our senior Ravens and their families through your attentiveness and obviously your applause at appropriate times. One side note, we're operating off one mic this morning, so if you see a mic hanging around, we couldn't find the other one for this morning. So if you see one hanging around, let us know. So without further ado, though, I'd like to introduce one of our MCs, Ms. Kathy Hilliard.
Don't worry, you don't have to listen to me for very long. You're welcome. So thank you, Mr. Zook. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to try and have a very efficient and celebratory event. And in order to do that, I need to share with you one of our ONW traditions, the ONW Stomp Clap. So each senior will receive one stomp clap from the audience, and if we time this right, it will be super loud, okay? So we'll practice a little bit. So the first person we want to recognize today is Mr. Chris Zook. Awesome, all right. Mr. Zook attended Rockhurst University. Next, I would like to recognize our e-communications team for their help with the ceremony. Mr. Andrew Netterville. Mr. Netterville attended Missouri State University. Mr. Jeff Cooper. Mr. Cooper attended Emporia State University. I would also like to recognize our speakers for today's ceremony, Ms. Jeanette Bonjour. Ms. Bonjour attended the University of Kansas. Mr. Mark Mahoney. Mr. Mahoney attended Fort Hays State University and the University of Alabama. Ms. Meg Shaddad. Mrs. Shaddad attended Kansas State University and the University of Illinois Springfield. Mr. Steve Page. Mr. Page attended Southwest Baptist University and Emporia State University. I would like to give today a very special shout out to our Student Services Administrative Assistant and lovely assistant softball coach, Katie Townsend. Katie was instrumental in our organization for today and making sure that Mr. Zook and I knew exactly what to say. So great, I think you guys have it. Let's get started honoring you.
All right, here we go. Eli Belden, attending Kansas State University, majoring probably in engineering, undecided, and he would like to thank all his teachers. Charlie Bergdahl, Kansas State University, computer science. His advice to the underclassmen is, don't stop studying. Thank you, Charlie. Brianna Blanding, University of Arkansas, studying nursing. Her favorite quote is, trust the timing of your life. Cooper Boyer, attending the University of Nebraska to major in actuarial science. He would like to thank his mom because she has always believed in him. Thanks, Cooper. Jordan Brown, the University of Kansas to study aeronautical engineering. His favorite quote is, "It's not can, it's will. You have to will things into fruition." Kanye West. Madison Brown, attending the University of Kansas, pre-med. She would like to thank her grandpa because he pushed her through high school from heaven. Brooke Burris, attending K-State University, Kansas State University, majoring in engineering. Her favorite quote is, "The way I see it, if you want the rainbow, you gotta put up with the rain." Dolly Parton. J.P. Cardenas, attending Kansas State University to major in broadcasting and journalism. He would like to thank God, family, friends, and loved ones because they taught me discipline, love, and perseverance. Riley Carson, attending the University of Kansas to major in business marketing. Her favorite quote is, "We cannot become what we want by remaining what we are." Chris Chi, attending the University of Kansas to major in business. His favorite quote is, "I can accept failure. Everyone fails at something, but I can't accept not trying." Michael Jordan. Mabi Chanelli da Silva, Kansas State University, majoring in marketing. Her advice to the underclassmen is, don't take your free time for granted. Enjoy the present, because growing up is overrated. Anna Cipra, Kansas State University, majoring in agriculture. She would like to thank her parents for always believing in her and her friends for making her high school career memorable. Next is Simon Clark, the University of Kansas, majoring in aerospace engineering. His favorite quote is, "Never interrupt someone doing something you said couldn't be done." Amelia Earhart. Addison Conrad, heading to the University of Missouri to study nutrition and exercise physiology with an emphasis in nutrition and foods. Her favorite quote is, "Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it," from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Logan Connor, headed to Kansas State University, undecided on his major. His advice to the underclassmen is, persevere. Caleb Cooper, heading to the University of Kansas to major in computer science. He would like to thank his parents for always supporting him and all of his teachers for always caring and just being amazing in general. You're welcome, Caleb. Trevor Dahl, Pittsburgh State University, majoring in automotive technology. His advice to the underclassmen is, don't focus on the future. Enjoy the time you have now to have fun. Rebecca DeBryan, University of Arkansas, majoring in communication science. Her advice to the underclassmen is to become as involved as possible to make the most of your only high school experience. Carly Elsner, headed to Rice University to major in vocal performance. She would like to thank Mrs. Williamson. She would like to thank Mrs. Williamson for her continued support, encouragement, and for making choir a home. Dylan Emch, heading to K-State University, Kansas State, to study construction science management. His favorite quote is from Ralph Waldo Emerson, "Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." Julia Fales, off to Butler University to major in strategic communication. She would like to thank her family and friends for the love and support. They have always been there for her throughout these past years and have helped shape the person she is today. Ryan Finfera, University of Tampa, sports management. His advice to the underclassmen is always give 110% in whatever you do. Push past your breaking point and don't be afraid to take chances. Zach Fraley, University of Kansas, to major in biology. His advice to the underclassmen is, don't get in the habit of making bad habits. That's pretty good. Caitlin Fryer, Kansas State University, psychology. Her favorite quote is, never be so kind you forget to be clever, and never be so clever you forget to be kind. Taylor Swift. Jack Fusick, headed to the University of Arizona to major in business finance. His advice to the underclassmen is, have fun while your parents think you're still innocent. Andrew Funk, heading to Kansas State University. He would like to thank faith, family, and friends. Sydney Gansman, heading to the University of Kansas to major in business and finance. Her favorite quote is from Henry Ford, whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. Ainsley Gahn, I'm so sorry, Ainsley Gahn, University of Central Missouri, majoring in criminal justice. Her favorite quote is, never lose the ability to laugh at yourself. Oh, neither one of the people whose names I said are here. Matthew Genshev, the University of Southern California, to major in quantitative biology. His favorite quote is, I am grateful, grapefruit, from Bjork. Thank you. Ashley Gillette, heading to the University of Kansas to major in elementary education. She would like to thank her parents and sister for cheering her on and encouraging her to go after anything, and Mr. Cooper for always allowing her to bring her ideas to life in his classroom and pushing her to do her best. Blake Gouvion, headed to the University of Missouri at Kansas City to major in mechanical engineering. He would like to thank his parents and all of his great teachers for supporting and motivating him. Mr. Bridgers was very kind and helped him get his grades up through the difficult COVID school times.
Joshua Grimes, Kansas State University, studying computer engineering. His favorite quote is, we chose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Tanya Gurushankar, University of Missouri, Kansas City, pre-pharmacy. Her favorite quote is, the darker the night, the brighter the stars. Taylor Haynes, Kansas State University, studying journalism. He would like to thank his family and friends for being the supportive rock he can lean on. Elise Heydrich, University of Kansas, communications. Her advice to the underclassmen is, you can always learn something from your teachers, even if you feel like they are not teaching you anything. Thank you, Justin Slavin. I just read them. That's my job. Cooper Heisey, University of Central Missouri, music technology. His advice to the underclassmen is, take good notes. Bella Hohen, Palm Beach Atlantic University. She's going to study business. Her advice to the underclassmen, to do the things that scare you the most in life. You gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience you face, so don't be scared. Ryan Hoyt, Kansas State University, biomedical engineering. His advice to underclassmen, get involved, have as much fun as you can in high school, and be organized. Rini Wong, University of Kansas, mathematics and computer science. Her favorite quote is, more is not better, better is better. Morgan Jager, Northwest Missouri State University, academic excellence. Her advice to underclassmen: take as many college classes as you can to be ahead and save money. Delaney Johns, George Mason University, studying forensic science. Her favorite quote is, "Words are, in not my so humble opinion, our most inexhaustible source of magic, capable of both inflicting injury and remedying it." Avery Johnson, Kansas State University, studying journalism and mass communications with a business certificate in sports and entertainment. She would like to thank her family, friends, and teachers for their constant support, pushing her to be the best and believing in her even when she didn't believe in herself. Andrew Kennett, Columbia College, Chicago, studying film and media studies. His favorite quote is, "Many people will walk in and out of your life, but only true friends will leave footprints in your heart." Abby King, University of Nebraska-Lincoln, business and pre-med. She would like to thank her team, not just her swim team, but her support team, mom, grandparents, sisters, aunts, uncles, cousins, coaches, friends. It takes a village, and hers is pretty awesome. Jenna Klein, University of Kansas, journalism. Her favorite quote is, "Do whatever makes your heart happy." Christian Kotwitz, Ashbury University, multimedia journalism. He would like to thank Mr. Cooper for always pushing him to become a better man and student. Lauren Kramer, University of Kansas, chemical engineering. Her favorite quote, "Stop creating competitions that don't exist." Sean Larson, University of Kansas, chemical engineering. His favorite quote, "People who can't throw something important away can never hope to change anything." Nafemi Lawal, University of Kansas, mechanical engineering. His favorite quote, "Let whoever think whatever, just keep getting better." Shin Lin, Princeton University, computer science. His advice to underclassmen, "The loudest people aren't usually right. Don't be led astray by just a vocal few." Alex Ling, Iowa State University, mechanical engineering. He would like to thank his parents and sister, Coach Hafner, Coach Grove, and all the teachers and coaches that have helped him throughout his journey at Olathe Northwest. Aiden Loney, University of Arkansas, journalism. He would like to thank his mom and dad because they have helped him through tough times and get where he's at today. Owen Manis, K-State University, computer engineering. He'd like to give advice to underclassmen to talk to people that nobody usually talks to. They might be more fun than your friends. Yeah. Brooke Mason, University of Tennessee, kinesiology. Her favorite quote, "Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened." Grant McKeever, University of Nebraska, Lincoln, business and political science. He would like to thank the teachers and staff at Olathe Northwest for always caring and helping the students, and his parents for always being there to support him. Seth Mine, University of Oklahoma, petroleum engineering. His advice to underclassmen, join some clubs. Stephen Mesa, Jr., Fort Hays State University, construction management. His advice to underclassmen, there will be times that seem tough, but stay positive and determined, and great things will come your way. Alexander Metrikatis, Kansas State University, structural engineering. His favorite quote, life has no limitations except the ones you make. Rachel Montemayor, Ohio University, musical theater. She would like to thank her mom and dad for being her best audience and biggest fans, and to all the teachers who sparked her interest and encouraged her. Liam Moore, Kansas State University, mechanical engineering. His favorite quote, not everyone can be a hero, but only the heroes are the ones who did it well enough. Michaela Morgan, University, Tennessee, pre-med with an emphasis in kinesiology and psychology. She would like to thank her mom, dad, and brother Wyatt for being her rock these past 4 years, and her friends and classmates for pushing and helping her become who she is today. Alexa Murray, Kansas State University, landscape architecture. She would like to thank her grandmother, who randomly suggested she look into landscape architecture, which is now her major.
Kaylee Neese, Baker University Pre-Dentistry. Her favorite quote is, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." Jeremiah 29:11. Ava Powell, University of Arizona Environmental Science. Her advice to the underclassmen is to take advantage of the opportunities at Olathe Northwest. There is a special place for everyone. It just might take a little exploration to find it. Azaria Pishney, Pittsburgh State University, Communication. Her favorite quote is, "Let your eyes look directly forward and your gaze be straight before you." Proverbs 4:25. Jackson Powell, University of Kansas Exercise Science. His favorite quote is, "If you could put the universe in a tube, you'd end up with a really long tube." Emma Price, University of Arkansas, Physics with a focus in optics. Her advice to the underclassmen is, don't be too hard on yourself for one bad test or assignment. Your worth does not come from how well you do, but from who you are as a person. And be kind. You never know what someone is going through. Nilasha Ramareddy, William Jewell College, Nursing. Her favorite quote is, "There are no limits on what you can achieve with your life except the limits you accept in your mind." Brian Tracy. Carson Reeves, University of Kansas, Finance. His advice to the underclassmen is, be involved in everything you can. Don't be afraid to push boundaries and step outside your comfort zone. Morgan Richardson, Baker University, Music Performance. Her advice to the underclassmen is, use your time wisely or it will bring you down quickly. Aubrey Richter, Baker University, Music Performance. Her advice to the underclassmen is, don't do homework past 10 p.m. Your sleep and mental health are more important. Blake Riddle, Kansas State University, Construction Science and Management. His favorite quote is, What you want most to find will be found where you least want to look. Carl Jung. Adam Reichman. Kansas State University Mechanical Engineering. He would like to thank his mom, dad, brother, sister, and Avery for always being there for me even when it was tough. Ethan Sadler. Benedictine University Strength and Conditioning. His advice to the underclassmen is, there will be times that may seem tough, but stay positive and determined, and great things will come your way. Nicholas Savage. Kansas State University Construction Science Management. He would like to thank his mom, dad, and Ben for always supporting him, and Coach Mesa and the wrestling coaches for never giving up on him. Rafe Schaefer. Fort Scott Community College John Deere Technology Program. He would like to thank all of the teachers and mentors involved in Team 17110. The opportunities to explore technology and work as a part of a successful team has prepared me for the next stages of my career. Hannah Schwartz. Belmont University Music Business. Her favorite quote is, "Sometimes it is better to be kind than right. We do not need an intelligent mind that speaks, but a patient heart that listens. You will not be punished for your anger. You will be punished by your anger." Buddha. Benjamin Seitz. University of Nebraska-Lincoln Electrical Computer Engineering. His advice to the underclassmen is, don't squander opportunities to get experience. If someone says something looks good on a resume, believe them. Mari Schinkel. University of Kansas, undecided. She would like to thank her mom, dad, sister, and friends who are human sunshine. Olivia Six. University of Arkansas, criminology. Her favorite quote is, "Be present. It is the only moment that matters." Olivia Sinkler. University of Kansas, marketing. Her favorite quote is, "Happiness comes from living as you need to, as you want to, as your inner voice tells you to. Happiness comes from being who you actually are instead of who you think you are supposed to be." Shonda Rhimes. Jacob Skozik. Iowa State University Mechanical Engineering. He would like to thank Coach Yarnell and Coach Hafner for being great role models and helping him become a better athlete and person. Emily Slidham. University of Kansas Pre-Health. Her favorite quote is, "If you get tired, learn to rest, not to quit." Banksy. Ellie Schmoida. Iowa State University Linguistics Speech Pathology. She would like to thank her mom, who does way too much for her every day and gets little reward. She loves you and thanks you for putting up with her crazy. Miles Swaminathan. India University Piano Performance. His favorite quote is, "People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you make them feel." Maya Angelou. Nicholas Tate. University of Kansas Computer Science. He would like to thank his mom for pushing him to keep moving forward through every obstacle he faced and giving him the gifts and knowledge to be successful. Kate Trebra. George Mason University Government and International Politics. Her advice to the underclassmen is, study hard. Henry Walston. Kansas State University Engineering. His favorite quote is, "There are far, far better things ahead than any we leave behind." C.S. Lewis. Kaylin Wellman. Gonzaga University Political Science. She would like to thank her parents for being incredibly supportive through all her academic adventures, and Mr. Skoglund for helping her become a better scholar and person. Emma Welsh. University of Kansas Music Performance. She would like to thank Mr. Martin for being a prominent musical figure in her life. Mrs. Zimmerly for being one of the most kind and supportive teachers, and her sister Kaylin for reminding her to laugh and be positive, and the rest of her family for their encouragement. Paige White. Mid-America Nazarene University, biology on a PA track. Her advice to the underclassmen is prioritize things that are important to you, whether that is athletics, school, or both. Ella Wiley. University of Arkansas, journalism. Her advice to the underclassmen is consistency will be the key to your success. Madison Wyatt. University of Arkansas, nursing. Her advice to the underclassmen is get your work done on time and go to as many school events as you can. Drake Gieler. University of Kansas, aerospace engineering. He would like to thank his parents for always supporting him. Now please join me in welcoming Mr. Davis and the jazz band back again to play God Bless America.
Daniel Thomas, United States Army. His advice to the underclassmen is, actually try in class. It's more important than you think. Madison Angel, United States Marines. Madison would like to thank her dad for being an amazing single parent since Mom passed away in February. You're the strongest person she's known, and thank you for everything you've done. And to her mom for watching over her. She loves you very much. Congratulations, seniors. I would now like to ask Senior Class President Jenna Klein and Olathe Northwest Principal Chris Zook to come to the podium for our closing ceremony.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jenna Klein, and I've had the privilege and honor of serving as your senior class president this year. Mr. Zook, on behalf of the senior class, I would like to present this book of the 2022 Academic Scholarship Signing Ceremony to you.
Thank you. Thanks, Jenna. Like I said at the beginning, there's a lot to be proud of in the senior class, and obviously this was a demonstration of that. Just the amazing amount of hard work and dedication, the amount of support that teachers and families and and friends and all kinds of siblings and all those things that have put these folks in the seats that they're in. Every time we do this, I feel so much better about what is going to happen in the next 10 years. And like every April, it just makes me feel so much better to watch some of these young people and just their aspirations, their desires, their goals, and their drive to go and make some great things happen over the next few years. So congratulations to all of you, to all the parents and families and students. Thanks for coming. Enjoy your Thursday.